What is up, YouTube? It's your boy back with another one. And yes, we are here at work as usual, right? Every Monday we're at work. Morning time we're at work. Afternoon we're at work. Nighttime we're most likely at home. But I wanted to just stop and apologize before I start the video. Apologize to you guys for not being as active as I usually am when it comes to like my shorts and all that. Um, I'm going to give you a reason why I haven't been as active, and that's because it's been, crazy with the wrestling channel. I'm obviously posting a lot more to that when it comes to like interviews and whatnot. And then, of course, the entire WrestleMania season itself has been crazy. Um, I want to say just in the month of April, with interviews, live streams, posting, all that stuff. I've worked. It's pretty much been like a full time job. I've pretty much been working two jobs. I'll leave one, go work on the other, and honestly, uh, I'm tired. I'm very very tired. I do a lot of editing. I do a lot of posting. I do a lot of preparing for stuff, and yeah, it's all led up to yesterday. Yesterday was pretty much the end of my WrestleMania season. It was the end of my, busy time. Right now, after yesterday's show for NTW Battlegrounds, everything's going to slow down a bit. I'm not going to be doing as much live streaming and stuff. I mean, I'll still do my regular ones. I'm still going to do interviews with the NTW wrestlers. But when it comes to like PLEs and like hot items or hot topics within wrestling, it's not going to be as much, right? We won't get busy again until probably the end of summer when they have SummerSlam. That's the WWE's biggest second show. And then I won't get busy with NTW like I did this month until about June. So May for me is going to be kind of like a downtime for wrestling. I'm still going to conduct interviews. I'm still going to do, like I said, my live streams, but it won't be as crazy. Um, Meaning, the WWE stuff won't have all of my attention, and that's a good thing because there's something I got to work on when it comes to live streaming at a wrestling show because after preparing, after getting ready for the show itself yesterday, um, I did have a mishap on one of the things that happened yesterday. Yesterday I had prepared the entire setup, right? Like I got to the show at least an hour and 15 minutes early, just so I could set up my table, set up all my equipment and everything. Because yesterday I did a full stream. I had my roadcaster. I had three phones. I had my Wi-Fi I brought from the house. I took it with me. I took everything I possibly would need for a live stream at a wrestling show. Um, and obviously it went well in my opinion for the most part, but there was one mishap I did not foresee, and that was checking all of my settings for everything in the live stream. Um, I had three cameras going. One had no audio coming from it because it was the camera that was on me and that was going through my roadcaster. And then I had two other cameras, which was this one and this one, which had audio. Now, you're probably thinking, which phones are those? This is the S25 Ultra. This is a A16. This is like $1,000. This may be $200. Now, you're probably like, which phone did not give me audio? And I'm going to tell you. This one, my $1,000 phone, did not give me audio yesterday. Now, you're probably wondering, like, how did it not give you audio and the $200 phone did? To be honest with you, it was a setting I did not think of while I was doing it. Because if you know about interviews and all that, in my settings on my computer, each camera I put into my stream has a different audio track. And what I'm thinking happened is that since this one had its own audio track, and this one was on the same audio track as me, this one was recording audio, and this one didn't because I didn't record directly from my laptop. I'm gonna be honest, I did not. I just got the audio. I got the whole video from TikTok. And what I think happened was, since it wasn't on the same audio tracks, TikTok did not pick up this audio. So I have to go back into my settings. Like before June, I have to go and make sure everything is on point. Because the next stream is going to be outside. And now, what saved me was that, we were outside, but I mean, we were inside. So I was able to set up my own table and everything. Like this time, I don't know how that's gonna work. I don't know how power situation is gonna work. I don't know anything, right? All I know is we're gonna be outside, and I don't know if I'll have an outlet to plug all my stuff in. But when you're inside of a building, I'm just gonna get to the point. When you're inside a building, obviously the noise bounces off the walls and stuff. So I'm able to pick up the audio with whatever mic is active at the moment in recording. So yesterday there was audio that I needed that was saved due to the fact that it was going through my Rodecaster, and when I switched to a certain indie camera, if I left my mic active, it picked up the audio. So that saved me, but I still feel like the the entire stream could have been better if this one phone had been properly set up. That's my fault. That's no one else's. But it's like, man, I was preparing for this great show all month. I was ready to go. I had put everything into place for this show, and at the last minute, I did not check one thing, and it kind of ruined it because the men and women that were competing on the show deserve to have their show broadcasted properly. And no one was mad. Like I told the owner, like, hey, I'm gonna get you the video, but there's pieces that are missing because the audio wasn't working. He said it's okay, it's all good. It was our first time, and plus, when we upload it to YouTube, it won't give me a copyright because they can't hear the music for the entrances. Like, oh yeah, that's a bonus, but same time, we probably didn't get that many much. We didn't get that many viewers because they probably couldn't hear nothing, and they probably didn't stay long because they couldn't hear it. That's why I felt bad. I was like, man, I didn't know because like I said, um, I didn't give myself enough time to prepare. So going forward, I know not to get there 1 hour before, but to get there 2 hours before. That way, I can for sure do a test stream to make sure all the mics and everything is active on the live. Because I do not want that to happen again. I really don't. So next time I'm for sure going to get there early, do a proper check, and make sure everything is working properly. But other than that, like, I'm feeling really fulfilled right now. Um, and I thank God for that. I'm really thanking God for allowing me to finally start doing what I wanted to start doing from since I was a kid, and that's be involved within the world of wrestling. Like, there's a lot of streamers, there's a lot of podcasters, there's a lot of this and that, right? But a lot of the people that I see aren't actually active within the wrestling community. They just talk about wrestling. They have no aspirations to do anything beyond just being on the internet talking about mainstream wrestling. Like me, I've always said if I don't if I if I ever get into doing podcasting or something with wrestling, I don't care if it's WWE, I don't care if it's, you know, TNA, whatever, like any big company. Like, I don't care. I want to be involved with wrestling in some way, shape, or form. And me actually being involved with a show, a company in Texas, um, it's a great feeling. It's an awesome feeling, and no one can take that from me. Um, I'm working with wrestlers. That's always been my goal, is to work with wrestlers, and obviously do that side of it, and then also do the whole fan thing with WWE and all that. And I'm doing all those things, and going through the month of April, even though I was tired, I was doing a lot of editing, a lot of posting, a lot of this, a lot of that. Now that's gonna calm down, I'm like, man, looking back, I'm truly blessed because years ago, going through my divorce and all that, I was always thinking, like, I'm never gonna find nothing to fulfill me that's gonna make me happy. So I looked to drinking and all that. And then I started streaming. Then I started, the podcast. And eventually I stopped drinking. I found God. And, I reignited that, you know, relationship with God and gave it all to Him and put everything in His hands. And since then, I've just been growing as a human being. I've been growing as a podcaster, as a social media influencer, I guess. Um, I've just been growing, right? And one of the other things that's happening is that I'm starting to grow not just on my YouTube account with the podcast, on my TikTok. I'm starting to grow on Facebook and Instagram as well. And I've been growing on Clapper. Like, I've been growing, like, all around on all of my platforms when it comes to the wrestling side of everything. And now it's time for me to start growing on this one, to start giving my attention to this one as well, and not forget that, hey, if it wasn't for God, I wouldn't be where I'm at right now. I wouldn't be on the path that I'm on. And I owe it to Him to do more of these videos and to keep serving Him on a regular basis. So even though I'm busy with all the other things, I'm still going to give my attention to this. Um, and that's because of Him. That's truly because of Him, and plus everyone that's been supporting this channel, supporting the growth of it. Um, I am going to work on doing more lives when it comes to my Bible studies. I'm going to work on that, start getting stuff going there, uh, and just see where it takes us. But, like I said, I have a lot coming for all of my channels, for all of my platforms, and I can't wait to see where God takes us. I really can't, because I honestly believe that He's about to do something great within my life, and all of us are going to be on that journey together. But until that's all I got for the video. Really ain't got much else to say. I just wanted to keep this kind of short and sweet, kind of let you know everything that's been happening, all that's been going on. So until next time, guys, please hit the like button, follow the channel, and until next time, you stay safe. God bless and peace.